you do not need to be cool on social media, right?
Who does not know how to play Z-ball? Anybody? Okay, few people. You gotta learn quick.
Is I've never been given a fat ass check when I started.
As soon as that person finishes the flip, now Bash can go.
Come on.
Oh!
Very nice.
Just do it.
Hey everyone, welcome to Real Sales Dynamics, where we break down in-field sales footage in order to get you better at door knocking. Today is a very special day because I'm going to give you the exact step-by-step process to run the best blitz of your life. If you've ever thought about actually running one of these things, getting out there, how do you organize it? How do you create that institution and that function so that people can sell at an incredibly high level? We're going to learn right now.
The most fundamental skills of building a business is sales, marketing, and communication. That's what we teach. And it's one of the highest paying industries in the world. So if you actually have aspirations to make a lot of money in life, you need to start out marketing and sales. And so I'm getting ahead of ourselves. I don't even know if you'd be a good fit, but let's meet up and let's talk about it. Yeah. If making a lot of money is a priority of yours, you have to start here. There's no other way around it. You don't go from not knowing marketing or sales to owning a business and it ever being good. Ever.
Never, ever.
If you have guys who've gotten paid and you want to recruit through their network, like take a picture of them, a cool pose of them, and then post, dude, congratulations on making 20K last month. You're a legend. You're on your way to greatness. And then tag them, and then they can repost. They look way cooler reposting something about them, and now all their friends see it, and now it's way easier for them to go and share the story with some of their warm market because there's some clout around them. So if you're gonna recruit through your warm market or through your network, your reps, give them a post about themselves to fluff their feathers and make them look bigger in front of their friends. I love that.
I'm the best, you're the best.
If you're living in states like Minnesota, North Carolina, or West Virginia, and you're watching all these solar videos thinking, I want to get into the industry, but I can't move right now, you're in luck. We're connecting people in 46 different states with the best solar installers in the nation, as well as the best cultures and teams to work with. Click down below realsalesdynamics.com and we'll teach you how to start making real money for your family like that. Quick public service announcement. If you're trying to make $100,000 just in the course of 10 days and you want to do it while working with the best people in the solar industry, you need to click down below at flblitz.com. In previous blitzes, we had Ben Grossman, Michael O'Donnell, and a league of other individuals who won the Golden Door Award, getting over 100 to 200 installs in just 1 year. If you want to learn how to do it, you got to work with the best people. Click down below, flblitz.com. Hello! There we go. Allow the sound to project, right? You're alive. You feel good, right? That separates you from a lot of other people. Just a quick thing I wanted to bring up. Throughout this event, this Airbnb is dope. A lot of people wonder, hey, what do I post on social media? Everything. Literally, make it a point this week, any single time anyone is speaking, pull out your phone, videotape some stuff, right? Try to get a good moment. Tag myself, tag Mike, tag who's ever talking, and we will reshare your stuff. And here's what's gonna happen is when we reshare your stuff, you're immediately gonna gain 10, 15 followers as a result because you're connected with us. And what's gonna happen after that though, is instead of you losing those followers, you're gonna make it a point over the course of this next week to post anywhere between 2 to 3 times a day. Okay? That's all you have to do. And it can be little things. It can be you giving some tips while on the doors, which by the way is the #1 thing that is going to gain you reps, right? New people. Is they want to be able to see that you guys are actually knocking doors. Okay? Secondly, you do not need to be cool on social media. Right? So for those of you who don't know, I run a channel called Real Sales Dynamics with this guy right over here, Garrett Frazier. Okay? Over the course of a couple years, we ended up with, we're just hitting 40,000 subscribers right now on YouTube for a channel that's completely dedicated to nothing but knocking doors, talking about solar, which means we right now have more subscribers than there are door knockers for solar in the country. Right? Not as a result of making Nike ads. We're not trying to look cool on the doors. We're being transparent and showing ourselves. Right? A lot of you guys, right, we're just not here, but all over social media, everyone's trying to show themselves as being the coolest possible person, trying to make Nike ads. Motherfuckers, none of you have Nike's budget, so you cannot pull it off. What you will be able to do is if you show that you're transparent, you know what you're talking about, you're funny, you're clever, whatever weird quirk there is about you, there's an audience for it, right? Now, if you jump on my Instagram, you'll see like, oh, there's only this amount of followers. One, believe it or not, about 90% of the people that you know in door knocking who have over 10,000 people who follow them on Instagram bought all of those people. True. Like all of them. If you see a door knocker who has 100,000 followers, bullshit. That's a bunch of Indians.
Fake.
But instead, if you can find a loyal following of 1,000 to 4,000 people on Instagram, those people are constantly engaged in your content and they're going to want to follow you and do things with you. Does this make sense?
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense.
1 second and then we're getting back to the episode. If you are a fan of this channel and my content in general, I'm Real Garrett Frazier on Instagram. I've been with Real Sales Dynamics from day one. I was in some of the early episodes. Now I'm making all of the episodes. If you want to find out how to develop a personal brand like this, like the Wolf of Solar, like some of our other clients that I work with, Lee Haight, follow me on Instagram, Real Garrett Frazier. But otherwise, let's go ahead and get back into the episode.
We're going to be talking about blitzes, but I want to talk about what the average day for an average rep looks like currently when they're not blitzing. You wake up at 8 a.m. staring at the ceiling with half open eyes. You move your arms around to find your phone or replace the view of a plain white wall with a cracked phone screen. Right? You scroll, looking for something to escape what you dread most, boredom. Before you know it, it's 8:43 a.m. and you rush to get up because you're supposed to be somewhere before 9. You remember nothing of the 120 shorts you scrolled through, and you've already wasted the most creative time of the day. For the rest of the day, you're constantly in a rush because every free second you have is stuffed with content. Anxiety builds, though you're not sure why. Only that there's persistent feeling that you're wasting time. Wow. This ever happen to anyone here?
It happens to me.
We blitz because it sparks that fire in rookies. It reignites it in veterans. Right? You see 17-year-old kids who've never knocked doors before, suddenly out of nowhere, they're out there and you're controlling all of the variables, which is a big deal. When you're running your own company, when you're running your own dealership, when you're doing those types of things, you start getting to the mindset of, I can do all this stuff by myself. Turns out you can't, right? And you certainly can't do it all well. So first, just on the Sunder thing, I would invite you all to realize that being a dealer is a pain in the ass. And you're probably not going to succeed in it. You're probably going to fail. And it's going to really, really suck and it's going to hurt. And even if you succeed in it, you're probably not going to make the amount of money you think you're going to make. Just being honest. And I've done it, and I had a huge social media platform while I was doing it. There were certain months where I made a shit ton of money. But I can tell you this much, when I have other leaders that I can work with in order to get stuff through, when I have a door knocking app, when everything is fully integrated, that is an amazing moment when it comes to dealing with Sunder. To where I can plug and play reps all across the country and get them into a really good position, which we'll talk about more here. The two areas where my teams did the best as far as blitzes were Sebring and Lehigh Acres. The reason why you don't know the names of those is the same reason people in Florida don't know the names of them. Tiny, shitty town. One of them I did 134 deals with 38 reps in 10 days. Another one of my blitzes I did 106, and that was in Sebring. Right? Those areas hadn't really been knocked. Right? Certainly not knocked by savages. Right? This has been knocked by some like, hey, you guys looking at solar? You getting some quotes? Like, what's up, man? No, we're good. Oh, okay, bro. Bet.
That's all? That's all.
A lot of people, for some crazy reason, hit me up and go, I've always wanted to try out Florida. I'm like, bet. Come try out Florida. Right? Let's see if you guys, it's going to be a good opportunity for you guys. So if you're especially in offices in California where you have reps all over California, great. You guys can submerge and go to one key area and do really well. The key is not fucking it up in execution. And as someone who's been in this industry for a while, and Mike knows this more than anyone else, I give very little shits about people who have theories or great ideas. I care about execution more than anything. Right? That's number one. That's what I care about. Right? I don't care what you have to say. If you're not selling, it doesn't really matter.
Nothing really matters.
Some guys do well on self-gen, and that's fine. You can run it that way. But the setter-closer model, you can inject a very specific line that I took from Ruben Perez that has been amazing. So good. I will feed you. If you tell a closer, we are going to take care of your leads, they will come in. Yeah. Now, there's specific goalposts that you're going to create to ensure that they execute and they do their own self-gens. Right. But that's your draw, right? That's the free solar. That's your free solar, yeah. Right? And then we go from free solar to 25 years of debt, right? Free solar, 25 years of debt. And the debt is going to be, you're going to self-gen for us because you're going to show me that you're willing to sell for our company and you're not going off pawning deals somewhere else, right? Do market research, find key opportunities. The first blitz I was a part of, it was out. I didn't start it. It was a blitz out in Texas with my former business partner. He's like, we're going to go to this great area. We get there the day of, we find out the utilities don't have net metering at all. That the installer didn't do the research either, so they had to move everyone from one hotel to another hotel. Cost an absurd amount of money. Really, really stupid stuff. So I personally have an assistant who literally goes to an area and knocks there for roughly 2 days before we get a feel for everything. And when we're mapping out areas, we make sure those areas are gonna be good so that the first experience, that first day, when the Blitz starts, it feels organized and fucking dialed in, right? It's really important. The first 48 hours of your Blitz are gonna make it or break it.
Make or break time.
Because if they feel like there's not buy-in from leadership in order to ensure that those reps are going to do as well as possible, they will just straight up leave. Or they'll just slag off from the entire Blitz.
I'm leaving.
Leverage free advertising. Free advertising is Instagram. Free advertising is actually what I'm going to be doing with some of your regionals here, right? A big thing for me when I came to Sunder and when I've come to any single company is I've never been given a fat ass check when I started. I asked for things on the back end, right? Override. Same thing all you guys are getting as far as managers, right? Leveraging your overrides is a smarter way to ensure two things. One, whoever you're working with is going to be significantly less resentful because the only way you're going to get results, make money, is if you show results, right? Everything is based off of actually producing, right? And as far as free advertising, this event, other stuff, just post on social media, post about what you're doing, be funny, right? You are likable people. Yeah. If you're likable to customers, you'll be likable to reps. Don't be insecure.
Oh, don't be shy.
Make sure you're getting buy-in from these reps who are joining your blitzes. Do not pay for their airfare, ever. If a closer says, oh bro, I'm so good, I see a little help. No, you don't. Then you haven't been closing. You're a setter, right? Oh, you need help with a car? Bro, you just told me you closed 30 deals in the last 2 months. Where's your fucking money?
Where's the money?
One pitch no matter what. One pitch no matter what. One pitch no matter what. If you don't know what that pitch is, you're the manager, you're the regional, you're the DM, know your fucking pitch. Better be good, better be easy to give out to other people, and keep it simple. Come on. Right? And when those reps go to knock with you, you have to use that pitch. Sorry. You can't just use whatever, you have to use the same pitch, or else they don't trust it. And it helps out so many things. So we do what's called a utility survey. We actually have the setter fill out a form with the customer, and we get them to sign off on the utility survey and hand it back to the customer. So the customer has a physical piece of paper when we go to that close. Because they pitched it, and it says everything that's basically on my pitch on that survey, when I go to that home, I know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing.
Right? Versus, wait, what did the guy tell you? Oh, okay, got it. So battery with no money down and no solar. He's holding no solar, but just battery. I'm like, okay. In Florida, that's not a thing. California, you guys are fine. Do whatever you want. I don't care what you're selling. But like, that's not elite. Training process. There are 3 pre-blitz training calls. Product overview and script intro. That's 1. Okay? You're gonna get them into the pitch. You're gonna get all this stuff dialed in. NZ and tools intro. Right? Just explain to them how NZ works. If they're closing deals, and they haven't closed you before, make sure they're bought in, they know everything they need to know. And then the last one is finalizing housing assignments and bringing up incentives. So when I present the 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, I also at the end go, by the way, we're gonna do some kind of bonus, right? We're gonna be having, like I gave away this belt, like it's like a WWE belt, like top producer. Bro, people were fucking fighting for that.
Here's a guy who's been WWE champion.
Script should be memorized by call 2. Again, with your assistant, they're gonna go over the entire pitch with the person. Okay? 1 strike policy for accountability. If they miss more than 1 call, they are gone.
They're gone.
So here's how you're gonna lock up the guys who are coming in from other markets who wanna close deals. They're gonna give them leads. Before they get leads, they need to self-generate 2 deals on your Blitz. Great. Love it. So when they come out, they got it. Yeah, and sometimes they get it by like Monday. Now they have 2 deals. Now I trust that person because it's also a good way to audit. Like, okay, was it a deal or did he say it was a deal?
Is it a deal?
It's a deal.
Sunder swag. Okay, it's great. I keep getting sent fucking shirts and shit. Cool. I don't wear a lot of that stuff, but my reps all want it. So I give away pretty much all the Sunder swag I get from all these competitions at my blitzes. And they will fight for those hats and they'll fight for those shirts and fight for all those types of things. So I don't even know why I got sent like 3 awesome bags. I was like, this is great. I don't need 3 bags. So I'm just giving those things away as part of it, right? They're funneling us, right? And don't hoard stuff. It's weird. right? Your closet probably doesn't need to be filled with like 15 Thunder backpacks, right? Give that shit away. Get other people to wear your propaganda for you. Make sense?
Makes sense to me.
A car group leader does not just mean the closer and he's driving around 3 setters. That stuff creates toxic, bad environments. And in a lot of cases, where you're going to figure out pretty quickly is that closer wasn't really worth it by the end of it anyway, right? And then those setters don't end up getting locked into that closer, start complaining. Instead, I believe pretty primarily in doing a kind of a round robin. We call it a round robin. What really happens is the top producers get the most amount of leads. Wow, shocking, because they get closed. Great, right? And if your closer is out doing 5 to 6 appointments, is he able to drive around the setters? No.
No.
Just have a scheduled thing out for blitzes over the course of 3 months. Like this is when I'm going to most likely be doing the blitzes. If you want to try and set them up for Thunder competitions, it's not a bad idea. I know it's difficult depending on the types of competitions we're having, but just keep that in mind because then again, it's a way to get your guys free gear, right? It's great, and you get that little bit of buy-in, right? Mandatory day off mid-blitz if your blitz is 2 weeks long. This is just important for anyone who's trying to do 2-week-long blitzes. Have 1 day off. Just it'll resync their brain. It's really hard to grind 10 to 12 hours a day.
I need a break.
Sales meetings give reps the structure they crave. Remember the things we talked about earlier. What's the average rep's day? Dog shit, right? They are giving up on life by 10 a.m. Morning meetings set their heads straight. Evening meetings close the day with accountability and encouragement. Because if they know they're going to come all hang out at 9 p.m., which is when we have our evening meeting, and we do numbers. And we do numbers super simple. Right? We literally have everyone state the amount of leads, the amount of closes they get, and they do a clap. And so everyone feels that feeling, right? That nice adoration, it's a nice closeout, and there's a straight up structure. For me personally, and I've been altering that because of Mike, because it's been cool to see, where we'll have him running with some setters and me some closers. Usually I do pitch training in the morning. Always just pitch stuff, pitch, and then at night I'll get more into the closer technical stuff, where they're thinking like, oh, this is a weird objection I heard. And then I'll kind of explain how that stuff works so they can digest that information when they're going back home.
Digest it.
Bring in outside trainers for status boost. That can be pretty helpful. If you guys are using Sun Solar, Michael Donald just shows up to anything. He won't even bring a car. Be like, can you drive me around? He's fun.
He's funny. He's the funny one.
Double check Verbo bookings directly. I'm sure some of you run into this. Just because the Verbo says it has 8 beds, probably doesn't. Just double check before you send a bunch of people out there.
Triple checked, I've quadruple checked.
This shit's fun. This is like a really interesting form of event planning, right? And it allows you to pay attention to those things when you're off blitz. You can take care of this. Once you do your first well-run blitz, every blitz after that is way easier. Wow. Right? And this will reignite, for some of you, what real sales competitions are like, right? The thing that got me hooked into blitzes was, it was difficult when as a dealer, doing everything by myself. Right, running all that stuff. And I wanted to get to that point again of like Legacy Masters, when I threw down like 18 in the week, but other people also did a bunch of deals. And so that really brings in that sense of control and that cohesiveness.
And with each step, it becomes easier.
Cross recruitment. Everyone's afraid of it. Oh no, they're going to recruit all my reps. The cross recruiting scares some people. Blitzes create a great environment to collaborate with other teams. So, does anyone know Alicia? She's one of the top reps over in Tampa. So she lost a bunch of reps to Dan Spruzzi and Unicity. So she's been out a little bit hard, but she's still great and she's in Tampa. I invited her to one of my blitzes, right? I was like, hey, I'm still going to get my 10%, and I negotiated an override structure set up with her whatever regional guy, right? That made economic sense. That production still went to their team, right? Which not the biggest fan of, but it's small steps. But as a result, I ended up with a fucking awesome closer. She put down 5 deals and went after these deals and put a lot of effort into that from a local Florida closer that I didn't have to recruit myself. And I gained the majority of all the economic benefit of it. And then the regional is also like, yeah, I still get some and it's still in my office, so it adds there and they're doing something, right? This is where you can benefit in a lot of cases as far as being at Sunder. If you know guys who aren't doing shit right now, and you want to hit them up, have those conversations. This does not mean you're going to go out and try to recruit them to be on your team, right? That's not what I'm bringing up. This is very blitz specific, but it can be a fantastic thing to get a hold of. And also just getting like Spanish closers. If you know of like 1 or 2 good Spanish closers in California and they're not on your team, use them on a blitz. They're going to make you a fuck ton of money. So start off the sales meeting Everyone warmed up, good morning, all that good stuff. Usually I'll try to get into, I'll either have a keynote usually set up or just something specific relating to the pitch, right? Get some people to act out stuff. People want to do things along those lines. Games are huge. That can make up literally like 4 or 5 of the sales meetings in the mornings. Objections game is a really good one. The questions game, if any of you ever played that before, you just both try to think of as many questions as possible, and then you ride off of that. You kind of run that meeting. You give a couple bits of recognition, even the people that you brought up already the evening before, and then you get them out of the doors. And that sales meeting, again, it's like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It's just you're controlling where they are in the morning.
Let's play games.
Here's a big thing, okay? Certain months I have more recruits online than I can train, and we're looking to expand to other teams. So Relentless on their last Blitz, every set that closed was from one of my setters. Wow. Every set that closed, every one of them was from my setters that I gave them, right? Ronald ended up with 5 over there. Bob was 3. Dev was 3. There was a couple other guys who, every one of their things literally came from my guys. And that I have more reps than I can feed to an office of 3 to 4 closers, right? So we bring those people online, right?
And it's online.
We're in literally the greatest solar company in the entire nation. Start acting like it. Let's start recruiting. Let's start fucking selling. All right, guys? So we just got done with a host of amazing meetings, and now we're switching over to our version of the Olympics.
How? Like that.
Oh, that
Easy peasy.
The fastest time gets first place. The slowest time gets 6th place.
Okay.
Your score matters.
Do not touch the cup until my whistle is complete. It's complete. Yeah. But not when it starts the whistle ends. 3, here we go. 2, 1.
Who does not know how to play Z-ball? Anybody? Okay, few people. You gotta learn quick.
How quick do you learn?
So what many people don't realize is that I'm actually a foosball champion. From the age of 12 years old, I actually knocked out John Paul II. He had won for about 35 years, absolutely crushed him to the point where he ended up having to give me his home as a result. So, surefire way, we're gonna go and crush all these guys.
I'm gonna crush your club.
We're gonna play Acrons, and we're gonna go secure the gold bag, because that's what you need to do in life. If you want to live life at the highest levels, live life on your terms, you got to get really good at securing the golden bag. Stay tuned to watch how we do it.
Playing Acron reminds me of a conversation I had with Elon Musk, where he reminded me every morning, as he woke me up at 5:30, to never meditate on amphetamines.
Never, 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 ever.
How does this game actually work? Like, what's the whole thing?
There's a squirrel, and then there's people throwing acorns at the squirrel.
At the squirrel? So
Yeah.
who's the squirrel?
And the objective...
Is Mike the squirrel?
Mike's the squirrel.
And he's putting on these...
Oculus.
Goggles?
Virtual reality.
Okay.
And he hopes not to get pummeled by acorns.
The person can do it on stage.
Oh, that's the whole
And that's
thing.
the game.
We're playing knockout. In life, it's a dog-eat-dog world. You gotta be the best. If you're not first, you're last.
But in times like these, it's eat or be eaten.
Yeah, let's play a quick game of knockout, which reminds me of a quote from Stalin, which was, don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry, be happy.
So right now we're gonna go ahead and give out the prizes for whomever apparently was the, not top producer, but the top game player.
Is there a prize?
And that finishes it up. And yeah, I ended up getting a Segway. Pretty nice. Gotta be honest, I'm probably gonna end up giving it away at the next Blitz. Speaking of, if you're trying to join one of our Blitzes, whether in California, Florida, or in Minnesota, make sure to click down below flblitz.com. It'll get you everywhere you need to be. Importantly, make sure to click subscribe, but most importantly, click on one of these two little videos. YouTube thinks you're gonna like it a lot.